Yo, what the hell is up, YouTube? It is your football fan 2233 here, bringing you episode number 49 of my Road to Premier League. And as you can see here, we have the transfer deadline day. And as usual, I don't go out and make an offer for any players. I only wait and see if any offers come for my players. And just as I say that, you will see right here that I will get a transfer offer for Vladimir Jatsev, and I will just accept it because I don't really use him a lot, and I think he's a bit unnecessary to have at the club when I really don't use him. And then he is sold to Doncaster pretty quick. He is sold on, and I'm quite happy for that because I wasn't really using him. He wasn't one of my starting players or important players, and I'm really just happy that I could get him out of the system. Because I really didn't use him, as I've said a lot of times now. But the transfer deadline day ends, and I sell one player, but I don't buy anyone, as I usually don't do. And then you can see Enrico Molio gets an injury. For 4 weeks, he's broken an elbow, and that's not so good because Enrico Molio is he's one of my better players, but of course I have the sorts of Hackett, Godrich, Harding. I have some good substitutes on my bench which I can use, and here I just get a quick scouting report, and as you can see here, Carlos Cadena's stats, they're just brilliant, and the same with Steve Wickham. All his stats has been already settled how good they are just even before he's ready to play. So when I get him, I will know some of his key stats, and those were in the 70s, so that's pretty good. He's a winger though, so that can be a problem, but then I'll probably if I get Sterling, I'll use Sterling on the right side, and I'll use Wayne Ventura and Steve Wickham on the left side, because Wayne Ventura is also a really talented youth player that I got. He's a right-footed. He's a bit faster than some of the 70s in sprint speed, I believe, but I'm not quite sure of that. As you can see here, we just make some quick changes. I put Charlton instead of Langmead, and some of all those normal substitutes, and we go into this game, and yeah, into this game, as you can see here, right, guys, I make a terrible mistake with my goalie, and of course Cameron Jerome will not fail that. Though I will push back in the 48th minute, a nice pass there by Haynes to Mukendi, who finessed it into the back of the net around Asmir Begovic, and 1-1 it is. And then Haynes gets a nice through ball from Paponi, cross it in, and Mukendi is there again. So now M is really back. Mukendi is back in form. He is playing extremely well for my team. And I win 2-1 here in the Capital One Cup, and I'm really happy about getting such a victory. It's pretty good getting a victory like that. It's always good to get the sorts of like that. Victories. It's just good overall getting a win, because you really enjoy those wins where you're a bit under pressure, and then you get you push back just in the second half, and yes, that's just really enjoyable. As you can see here, right on the right hand side, you can see that I am leading the table. 5 games, 15 points, so full points, and the Wolves just after me with 5 games and 13 points. So they drew once, one match, and I don't know who it was against. Only that I lead the league table, and I'm pretty happy about that. I've got a good start to the season, which I've mentioned before. It's pretty important. And yeah, we're going to this game against Huddersfield, who are at the bottom of the table. They are the baddest ranked team, and I kind of felt that in this match. A nice through ball here from Paponi to Haynes to make it a 1-0, and then from then on the game was pretty much one-sided until I make a foolish penalty. Oh my god, just a stupid penalty to make. Though I injured the player. Musto Bias will convert the penalty. I go to the wrong side a bit too late as well, so my keeper wouldn't have saved it, and 1-1 it is. But then I just dominated them. I didn't want to be like, I can't win over the baddest ranked team. So Mattox getting a nice goal there to make it 2-1. And now take a look at this. Nicholas Tritz getting inside the box makes a weird Ronaldo chop. But look at all that clumsy play, and somehow the ball gets to him. And a pony who just finessed it into the bottom left corner. And then Mattox won his second goal of the game, and he got it indeed. So second goal of the game for Darren Mattox there, and I win 4-1, and the game will end by them missing quite a big chance. Actually, not like the biggest chance in the history of chances, but a pretty big chance. And Paponi getting the man of the match title there. And we just move on here, and Soriano comes and said to me he does not feel that I'm like giving the role that I promised him. And the same with Wayne Ventura. He comes and says to me that he feels he plays a bit too little, and I'm gonna change that by just putting him into the squad in this match against Bolton, and that should show to be a pretty good idea to take him into the squad. Wayne Ventura, I think I'm gonna use him instead of Godrich, because Wayne Ventura is younger, and he is also pretty much better. So I think I'm gonna use him instead of Luke Godrich, because Godrich hasn't really showed anything for me in this season when I've used him, and it's just overall he hasn't been that good, and that's why I think I'm gonna use Wayne Ventura instead of him in the starting lineup. As long as Enrico Molio is injured, I'm gonna use Wayne Ventura, and yeah. Here Mukendi finds Akinfenwa, who finds Mukendi again, and he shots, but he gets blocked, and the ball comes to Harding, who finds Wayne Ventura, who finesses it into the back of the net. A pretty good finesse there by Wayne Ventura. I mean, a pretty good substitute to put on. And here again, Wayne Ventura playing a nice blue ball, and Akinfenwa score a pretty nice goal there. I don't know what just happened to the FIFA. It kind of spazzed a bit, and here Akinfenwa will get a pretty lucky goal, a reflection from the goalkeeper into the back of the net. And then here at last, this is just the best goal of this episode. Look at this, over the head flick from Kelvin Langmead, and smashes it with his weak foot into the top left corner. So a pretty good goal. And yeah, this match was actually the last match of this episode, the third match. As you may know, I tend to play like 3 matches for every episode. And yeah, I just hope you liked this episode, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel. It would be awesome, guys. And yeah, I hopefully will see you all later.